Welcome to a View to a Grill. I'm Johnny. Today we're going to be doing the unboxing and assembly of the Golden's cast iron 22.5-inch Kamado. If you order a Golden's cast iron Kamado, it's going to be delivered via liftgate service and arrive on a pallet.
All right, good. Good there? Perfect.
If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see pictures of everything I do in my backyard. Not quite everything. Now let's just get this out of the way. The Golden's cast iron is made right here in the USA. Now let's get the Golden cast iron Kamado out of the box. Everything has been tightly packaged and shrink wrapped. We'll get the shrink wrap cut off and bam, there it is. Pretty impressive at first sight. Any extra accessories you may have ordered will be either inside of the Kamado or underneath of it. Now let's get it off of the pallet. Just going to take anything out of the Kamado just to make it lighter and easier for me to handle. Now we have to cut off the metal shipping bands. I'm just going to use a pair of metal shears to do that. If you ordered the Kamado with the shelves, you'll have to remove those. Now since I'm by myself and this thing is heavy, I didn't want to take a chance of it tipping over, so I just kind of made this stair step out of some old scrap wood. And now I can just roll that right off. And you can just hear how heavy this thing is as it's rolling off of the pallet and the little steps that I make. The shelving comes wrapped in this black foam just to protect the paint and the shelves from any kind of damage. Now let's put together the Kamado. Now slide the right shelf in and then slide the left shelf in. In a bag, they ship 8 stainless steel bolts. I'm also going to use my small impact wrench and a bolt driver. We'll get 4 of those bolts screwed in on the left side and then move over to the other side and screw in those 4 bolts. And now we have the cart assembled. Now I'll just rip off the protective foam from the handle and expose the Golden's cast iron logo. Now let's just do an initial walk around so that you can see how well made this Kamado is and just some of the features that it comes with. First, let's look at the lid hinge. The lid is attached to the bowl using a stainless steel bolt. And also notice this large spring. This spring assists you in lifting and closing the lid of the Kamado. It seems like it's always trying to unwind itself, and that tension makes the lid a lot lighter than it is. In the back, you'll notice this stainless steel bolt. Now this bolt controls how wide the lid opens. I have mine adjusted to where you can barely see the head of the bolt from a side view. And with the bolt adjusted to that position, this is how wide the lid opens. The thermometer is a tell-true thermometer. It's big. The font that they use for the text is large enough to read. Underneath where it's attached, they use this kind of like this little locking nut so it stays right where it is. Now let's just go around the cooker and take some measurements. The lip of the bowl, it's about 3/4 of an inch. It looks a little wider here because the felt gasket is just a little bit wider than the lip of the actual bowl. The firebox looks to be about 9.5 inches deep. And if you ever feel like you need to remove the firebox, which I'm not sure why you would need to remove the firebox, it comes with a little bolt hole where you can screw something in there to help you lift it out. Just to show you how strong the shelves are on the side and how it won't cause your Kamado to tip over, I've got all 4 grates stacked on one side along with the sear plate, and that's about 60 pounds worth of weight. No issues. Now let's put together the Kamado. I'll put in the divider plate, and this divider plate is an extra accessory that you have to purchase. With the divider plate in and you're doing that 2-zone cooking, there's plenty of room on either side to put fuel. The Kamado comes with this grate lifter. All you have to do is plunge it into the hole, twist, and lift. We'll go ahead and set that into the Kamado, and then we'll put in both grates. Now any extra grates are considered extra accessories. You can purchase those separately if you want to go vertical with your cook. Too high is optimal, and even with all 4 grates in, the lid closes easily. Now, just to demonstrate that lid assist spring that I showed you earlier, I have the lid wide open, and then with one finger I'll just kind of start easily pushing it down. You can see that it's well engineered, and once I get down a little bit too low, the lid will close, and it really doesn't close that hard considering how heavy it is. Now I need to roll this out into some better light. It's really been a gray type of winter day, and I want you to see this a little bit better. The cart rolls easily because it comes on these very nice locking casters. On the back you'll notice these very large, I'm just going to call them wagon wheels, but I think they may have been used for something else. I'm not sure though. Maybe as a pulley or something like that. The cart is made out of square tubing and is actually welded together. The bottom vent is actually riveted to the cast iron, so it's not going to go anywhere. Everything is put together using stainless steel bolts, not going to rust. Now let's just take some measurements of the cart itself. The shelf looks to be about 21 inches on the side, and if you measure from the middle, it looks to be about 18 inches. If we measure how deep the shelf is, that is also about 21 inches. And if we look at the entire length of the cart, now this isn't accurate because I couldn't get a straight measurement, but it looks to be about 61 inches. Now I have the Trex cart, and if you look at it from underneath, well, they're screwed in very tightly. And with both grates in, you're going to get a full 20-inch cooking surface. Now just to give you a little better visual on how big this is, I'm going to place this Weber grate right on top, and you can see that the Weber grate is just a little bit too big to actually fit in it, but it's really close. The top vent has a single pivot point, and as we use it, we'll see how that works out. And it's pretty large hole there. I can put my whole hand in there, but you know, I'm not like the biggest guy ever. And with the bottom vent wide open, I can literally put my whole hand in there. There's lots of airflow for this cooker. If you want to see more of this cooker, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching a View to a Grill. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, y'all.